Hey, hello. So I hope you had an awesome 4th of July. We had an awesome 4th of July. We went camping on Friday and then we came home. We cleaned up from camping. We went to the lake. We did fireworks with friends and all the good things. I just wanted to hop on really quick today and share a little bit about my thoughts about goals and setting goals and kind of how the brain works behind setting goals and like what that looks like in our life and stuff. So we all have goals that we want to accomplish, right? And here's the thing, we also all have excuses. We also have excuses of why we can't accomplish our goals or things that stand in the way. We tend to think about kind of the negative things about ourselves sometimes, like, I don't have enough money, or I'm not talented enough to do X, Y, or Z, or I'm not pretty enough to do X, Y, or Z, or I don't have enough time to do this goal, or I don't have the right kind of friends, the right kind of connections. Like all these things, we definitely all have excuses for them, right? And then we also like tend to attack our personalities, like I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I'm not experienced enough, or I'm a night owl, or like anything like that. And then we can also go into our external circumstances and think, I don't know, like our kids are too young, or our kids are too old, or whatever. We have all these different things that go on in our brains, right? I know for me, I do that all the time. I think of the excuses of why I shouldn't do something. Sometimes even for me, the weather, I'm like, it's too cold outside. Maybe when it warms up, I'll do this goal. Or it's too hot outside. Maybe when it cools down. Or maybe when my kids are back in school or whatever. I've even done this like the last month or two. I've had some big like goals with health coaching. And I'm like, well, in September, I'm really going to dive in hard and like really like grow my business and stuff like that. Because I like all my kids will be in school. It'll be perfect. And now I'm like, gosh, what if they go back to school for like 3 weeks and then the whole school shuts down for the whole year because of COVID-19 or something? So I'm like, I can't just like, we only have today, right? We're only in control of today. And so I think that sometimes when we are trying to push out when to start a goal, we allow ourselves to think of like, some future like mythical time that is non-existent, right? Like we think when our kids are this age, or when we have this job, or when we have this much in our bank account, then will be the time to accomplish our goals. And honestly, we're only promised today. I know I kind of already said this, but I'm so guilty of this. So a couple of things that I wanted to talk about is just like, first of all, there's never a perfect time. There's never a perfect time to act on your goals. And so let's say you have a goal of losing 30 pounds, okay? Your brain is going to start to give your excuses and stuff, but then also know that you're in control of your brain, and your brain creates your thoughts, and your thoughts create your feelings. And so if you're having the thought of some distant time working for you, like that, you're going to feel like that'll be a good time, right? Which isn't always true. So let's say you have a goal that you want to lose like 30 pounds. One of the tips that I have for today is that you are going to have to commit to it. And then you also have to be willing to go through the grind of it, right? Like any goal that we want to accomplish, it's not like this big exciting thing and like you reach it within 3 days and then it's like this magical journey and everything's perfect. Like, no, a lot of our goals are going to take time. They're going to take effort. They're going to have to take commitment. They're going to have to take just the grind, right, of getting it done. But here's my tip. Try to find joy in the grind. Try to find joy. I know when I'm enjoying the process of reaching the goal, the whole thing is just that much more exciting and that much more like you feel better about it. Like if you're trying to reach a goal and you're finding no joy in the process, it's going to be hard to stay committed, right? It's going to be hard to keep the motivation, keep the commitment. But if you can find that joy in your goal, like how much better will that be? Like how will that feel to you? And I know for me, it's going to feel way better to me if I'm finding joy in the process. So those are just my tips for today. Find joy through the grind. Be willing to commit. Start now. We're only promised today some future date, after the 4th of July or in the new year or maybe in the spring or when the kids are back in school or whatever that looks like. it's mythical. Like there's never going to be like this perfect, magical, all the stars align time for you to accomplish a goal. So I would say, just keep at it. Like you are doing amazing, and I'm just excited for the journey. Find joy in your journey and where you're at and where you want to be, and it will make all the difference. Okay, see ya.